in the face of triple marksman threat of Navi, sabi ng Todak, bawal yan.
Bawal
Mental
yan.
MLBB, sobrang greedy pa rin ng lineup nyo. Pero let's hear more with our lounge, especially our analyst, Renmar Santa Cruz.
Navi, we are playing MOBA, not FPS. MOBA, hindi FPS. Alright, in theory, sobrang ambitious. Kung gumana yon, well, Navi, we would be praising them. But definitely the idea of it is there. Looking at the goal charts, Todak or Navi just kept a comfortable lead with all the marksmen they had. Ang bilis nila mag-clear kung saan man yan. Because at one point, Todak just started to run away with it kasi nararamdaman na nila yung Ruby at saka yung mga frontliners ng Todak talaga. But most importantly, the Ruby. That was fun. Not for Navi, but for Todak, who, again, were able to force a game number 5. Good. They had to lock in all the purifies kasi meron sila kalaban na Ruby. And sino pa yung isang frontline ng Todak? It's not the Rafaela. It's the Kupa. Not Popol, but the dog. Kung may mahuli lang ng isa, you're gonna have to force one of the purifies. Kung sino man mahuli mo sa mga key targets ni Momo on the Popoling Kupa, one bite, you force this out, that's an opening for 4 maze. Or turn it around, 4 maze, baka may mahatak siya, force this out, that's gonna be Momo going in and damaging. And yung gusto ko dito is nag-killing spree yung Popoling Kupa na to. Putting up the killing spree means that you can survive longer in the fights, especially since kung makakuha ng kills, which he got a lot of, 10 kills para kay Momo, you get to heal and survive longer. And sustain was important on the side of TDK. You see an Anti-Karas here, Thunderbelt built as well. Chico Gas was on the way to building a Immortality, nag-Athena Shield sila, Radiant Armor for 4 maze, Anti-Karas, Dominance Ice. They knew what they needed to do. But kudos to Navi for being able to make it look like kayang-kaya nila ng lineup na to kasi ang taas ng damage output ng mga nag-rotate. Sawo, again, early on, mga 30% yung bawas ng first kill. Puk! Niya, kasama sa damage ng Concussive Blast, that's 30%. Then Nagibo just finish it off. Kaya nakita natin itong dalawa, naging terror to para sa mga miyembro ng TDK. They put the Beatrix in the mid lane. They put Lils, Brody in the gold lane, and then have Sunset Lover in the jungle. The idea was there, pero sobrang risky nito. Because with what you're up against, the Farsa who will just rain from afar, maaabutan ba nila yung Farsa was one of the biggest questions. 4 maze, isang Don't Run Wolf King, second skill lang, along with the I'm Offended ultimate, sobrang disruptive ng presence niya. And you also have to consider kalaban nilang Hayabusa, who, if habang tumatakbo yung Navi, Chico guys can just go into the back line, pick them off while they're running away. If for just a moment, na-split sila at hindi na-split yung damage ng ultimate ng Hayabusa, the Woogie Shadow Kill across 2 members, well, most likely yung marksman mapipitas. And that's why, man, the Popol and Kupa last pick was so good. Adjusting it to a killing spree. Momo absolutely shine in this game. This Popol and Kupa, the boy and his dog. Picked up the Athena Shield, of course he needed that. The magic damage coming out of the Nathan. Yung first kill niya sobrang sakit. And of course, that would help Kupa also. But yeah, Kupa was like a tank for Todak. And most importantly, he helped set the bite. Again, the crowd control change on Todak, it looked like they were on point. Force one out, force one purify out. Here comes another crowd control ability. That was fun. It was exciting. It could have been really, really good. Again, the theory was there. Gets na gets ng Navi. Alam din naman nata nila na sobrang risky yung gusto nila gawin. Kung makatawid lang sila talaga sa late game, dun mararamdaman ng Todak na, oh my goodness, ano gagawin natin dito? But Todak held on, played smart, and Momo played smart on that Popol and Kupa. Tingnan natin ang highlights kasamang lounge.
After ng dalawang game ng Navi dominance, nasa harap sila ngayon. ng reverse sweep na manggagaling sa Todak. Pinag-usapan natin kanina sa pre-show, lason kontra lason. Ito na talaga, lasonan to the max. Game number 5, what are your expectations, Rockart?
Well, I expect na babalik sa dati yung format ng draft natin kasi you don't actually need to overthink that draft. It was just disrespectful and super greedy by Navi. And Todak just stuck to fundamentals. You know what? Sige, mag-marksman kayo dyan. We'll create a front line. We'll have crowd control. You better be ready. And they were not.
Yeah, Navi with a triple marksman lineup. Great analysis on that composition, by the way. Nakita natin in that game number 4 that Todak played a very different game compared to games number 1, 2, and even 3. Ganda ng ginagawa nilang mga engage, especially the utilization of that Farsa. Let's talk about control over the map a little bit. You're running 3 marksmen, may kalaban kang artillery mage. The Farsa, gaano kalaki ang naambag ng Farsa sa game na yun?
Sobrang laki. Imagine yung range niya na agad against the marksmen of Team Navi. Napakahirap na agad kayo na binanggit kanina ni Renmar na bago mo pa mabigyan ng damage or bago mo pa mahanap yung Farsa, kahit 2 pitik lang, knowing na marksman nga, most probably ang items mo is more on the damage. Dulo mo na iisipin na mag-build muna ng defensive item. Kaya nahihirapan dito yung Team Navi. They all wanted for the damage na na-compromise na yung defense ng kanilang team.
Yeah, and if there's one word to describe Navi, they're definitely compromised. Sobrang compromised na ng Navi ngayon. At isang talo na lang. Kanina akala natin this was going to be a 3-0 Navi win. But right now, Todak, sabi nila, kami ang totoong lason. Tignan natin kung sino nga ba ang babagsak sa game number 5 mamaya. Once again, M3 is brought to you by Smart, the official tournament telco partner of the PH broadcast of M3. Level up your gaming and experience power you never thought possible only with Smart 5G. Switch now. Get everything you need in all-in-one app. A buy load and get exclusive promos and redeem rewards with the GigaLife app. Download and register today. Play all day with the hashtag the Smart Performer from Oppo. A device packed with 33 watts flash charge and 5,000 milliampere long-lasting battery, 8GB plus 5GB RAM, and AMOLED display. Enjoy non-stop gaming with the new Oppo A95. Magbabalik ang M3 World Championships. We're heading on to Game 5. Papahinga lang saglit after this quick break.
sinabi ito sa sarili mo. Bingi sa pagdududa ng marami. Sabi nila, wala kang mapapala dyan. Laro lang yan. Ano yung sagot? Tinawid mo anumang ilog. Inakyat mo anumang bundok. Hanggang pati ang langit ay nais mo.
I'm on a rush now, winning, that's my focus. I need some ice, you gotta cool me down. I feel my nirvana coming closer. You got me waiting, waiting for you. We're chasing trophies, got me ready, don't you worry. I feel the power, I'm the champion. You got me running for the glory. Good to let this go. Burning up now, nothing's gonna stop me. I'm going faster, wanna break away. I love the way it feels. It's the adrenaline, we're going all the way. Cause we never ever going down. You got me walking through the fire. We don't catch a snake when we were young. Never run from the fight, yeah, we come to the top. Never run from the fight, all the way to the top.
Let's go.
Game 5 pa nga. Nagbabalik tayo sa M3 World Championship Lounge supported by the Singapore Tourism Board, presented by TikTok. And we have Secret Lab, the official gaming chair partner of M3. Umabot na tayo sa Game 5, guys. Navi took down Todak game 1 to 2 at nakabawi naman ang Todak ng dalawa. Ngayon, game number 5 na. Nasabi mo yung expectations mo kanina. This is winner take all already. Pwedeng umuwi ang CIS, pwede ring umuwi pala ang Malaysia. Now, Reptar, based sa analysis mo kanina, what do you think yung adjustment na kailangan gawin ng Navi entering Game 5?
Well, I hope meron pa sila isang binaon. Kasi yung feeling ko dun sa last draft, parang yun yung do or die draft nila in a way. Tipong, sige, Hail Mary, let's see if it works. If it doesn't work, good luck na lang sa atin sa next game. Well, as a professional team, most likely naman talaga meron silang binaon. But just, that really felt like the move na para sa kanila, okay, kagana to. Tatapusin namin dito to. And now, it didn't happen. How's the reset? How's your mental reset? Kamusta na yung plano nyo? Meron pa ba kayo? Those are the biggest questions we have here para sa Navi.
Oh no, there's a lot of things to adjust for Navi, that's for sure. Todak on the other hand, mukhang sila ngayon ang medyo nag-iinit, nakapagkape na nga, sulit ang kape ng mga viewers dahil 5 games tayo. Ano yung kailangan nilang ituloy sa ginawa nila in games 3 and 4?
Tuloy lang nila na, hindi naman kasi siya talaga tinatawag na counter draft for against Navi. Ang ginagawa kasi ng Todak is naglo-look forward sila kung ano mga pwedeng ilabas ng kanilang kalaban na team. Kaya nagiging prepared sila sa mga ipipick din nila during the draft. So for Todak, i-continue lang nila yon. And para yun yung sinasabi natin, game number 1 and game number 2, nilabas ng Navi kung ano yung pinaka-strategy nila. Pero for all the games kasi na nilaro ng Navi, yun din yung ginagamit nila. So naisip ng Todak na, ito pala yung talagang mga heroes na part ng kanilang lineup, why not puluhin natin? And yun, doon tayo babalik for Navi naman. Since nagulo yung initial strategy nila that was effective for them, paano nakakalabanin yung kalaban na ganun?
Yeah, there's a lot of adjustments na kailangan maganap dito. Now that we're entering Game 5, Rockhart, sino ang mga players na kailangan nating panoorin for both squads?
I think oras na para para gumising si Sunset Lover kasi
Na oras na rin kasi, di ba?
Sunset Lover, it's time.
parang baliktad no?
Parang baliktad.
Pahina ng pahina
Lumalabas na rin ang moon. So ang daming pwedeng mangyari. This is winner take all. Pwede nang umuwi ang CIS, pwede na rin umuwi ang Malaysia. Sino kaya ang mananalo sa ating Game 5? Casters, kayo muna.
Ito na mga kaibigan, ang effect ng kape. Game number 5, the last match between Navi and Todak. Elimination match. And again, good luck sa dalawang team na to for Navi, Udach, and Simoga Berhaya, Todak, Malaysia. Welcome back sa Casas Desk. Ang mga presimit at kasama ko dito si TDZ. Last match na ng elimination series natin, TDZ. May uuwi na naman.
Ay, uuwi na naman. Prediksi, kaya nagkapina tayo eh. Parang, naku po,
Abangan na lang.
babawi na naman. Higop na tayo ng kape.
Narinig niyo ba yun?
Masarap ang kape namin dito at malamang mas masarap din ang kape ng Todak coming in from at 2-point difference, man. So, sobrang init at tipong parang bumuelo lang sila eh. Parang merong storya na pinasarap lang.
Nasarap lang. Gusto pang manalo.
Pang manalo.
Mo, na ano ko na strategy ni ni Moon, bumabalik ang aking boses, ha?
Oo.
Sabi pala, ang solusyon, pero actually mali.
But anong oras na ba? Anong oras na rin kasi?
Sunset time.
Eh, naku po.
Mainit.
Siyempre bago mag-moon, magsa-sunset muna.
Sunset.
Baba muna. Yun.
Pero, si Moon, nakapagkape na.
Naku po.
Ako, delikado.
Papaaga ang gabi natin ngayon mga kaibigan as we head into our game number 5. Sobrang topsy-turvy yung nangyayari sa atin from since game 1. Nakakabawi Todak, nakakabawi ang Navi, nakuha nila yung first 2 games. Hindi nilang babawi ngayon yung Todak. Ang tanong, sino nga ba ang huling makakakuha ng series natin?
Oh, alam mo, dalawa na ang palyado rito. Todak, nung huli nagmiya. Against RQ, nalaglag sila sa lower bracket. Now this time around, Navi, nag-triple marksman in the face of Todak, in the face of being defeated, and in the face of losing quite possibly the last match. Alam mo yung pressure ng Navi ngayon. Nasa side ng Todak ang momentum, the face of Philippine Shoutcast si Manjin. The face of defeat. Mahirap mag-reset. Buti nilang nagkaroon tayo ng break. Pero again, it all boils down whoever wins this last match. Pasok na tayo sa ating draft. Wag na nating patagalin pa. Todak locking in that Liliban in game number 5.
Yun, pansin ko si Roger wins games talaga eh. Kasi diba, nung game number 3, if I'm not mistaken, nag-Roger ang Todak. Ube strat. Tapos nakuha ulit nila yung Roger. Navi pala nakakuha.
Navi game 2.
Oo. Hindi, I mean,
Game 1.
4.
Game 1.
Itong last game.
Ay, oo pala.
Nag-Roger din yung Navi, kaso hindi nila na-pull off.
Ano sila nun? Triple marksman sila game 4.
I mean, so ano pala?
Game 1, Roger.
Game 1 nga pala,
Game 1,
Roger.
Roger.
Then Hayabusa yung
Hayabusa yung, Todak.
Kaya wag ibibigay ang Hayabusa. There's a reason why both of these teams just removing the Hayabusa every time. Kaso nakalusot.
Pero totoo yun, Roger wins games. Napakataas ng win rate ni Roger this M3. Si Moonton na nagsabi.
Kaya nga binigyan ng prime skin yan eh.
Sabi niya, guys, ano ba? Ito yung best hero ngayon.
Oo nga eh.
Ayaw nyo i-pick.
Binibigyan na kayo ng clue ni Moonton na gamitin nyo yung Roger.
Oo, pero ito,
Sobrang kati kasi ng Roger ngayon.
pero ito na TDZ. Navi versus Todak. Wala na yung Selena, wala na yung Lilia. Sino ibaba ng Navi dito? Will it be the Hayabusa once again? Esmeralda.
Esmeralda.
4 games open no?
Oo. Kumbaga, tinanggal na nila yung Esmeralda, though ang TDK din gumamit nung kanina along with the Lolita. Pero respect ban pa rin para sa TDK. Hindi nila i-ignore na, okay, tinanggal natin yung Esmeralda.
Oy, maganda ang ngiti ni Uncle Moon.
Hoy, yun din yung nangyari nung game number 4 Maganda yung aura nila, parang it goes all according to plan, ika nga.
Panay ang inom niya ng tubig.
Ang tanong, tubig ba yun?
Tubig yan. Nakita mo.
Nakita mo, tubig. Kasi kapag yan nagkape, kapag nasobrahan ka ng kape, medyo nawawala yung kalmado eh.
Ay, oo.
Nawawala yung kalmado. So, kailangan equalize siya ng tubig para at least makalat-kalat yung...
Sabi niya kanina, yung after effects na nararamdaman ko.
Oo eh.
Palpitate na ako, inom tayong tubig.
Inom tayong tubig.
Hindi ka pwede mag-palpitate.
Si last game na to.
Last game.
Oh.
Quite possibly the last match. Their M3 run. Ito na. Papanoy Pakito. Ay!
Okay. Oh, wala nang harsa si Kuya Moon.
Pakito.
Ilabas muna. Ilabas muna.
Pakito.
Formace.
Formis yan.
Maganda pa rin talaga ang bigay dito. Hayabusa is open, by the way.
Ay, oo nga.
Sa TDK.
Kaya po sa first pick.
Oo.
Okay lang. Pakito.
Topa Kits. Oo, tingin ko Topa Kits talaga yan eh.
Either way, may magrurubi
Bigay
dito
niya
eh. Ay!
Ano yun?
Ang ganda ng ngiti.
Agad, man.
Napakaganda ng ngiti ni Kuya Yums. Yummy!
Yaming
Best strat, sabi nila.
Kuha na namin yung Estes eh.
Ito yung meta ngayon eh. Blacklist me. Uy, ito, wala nang ano. Ayan.
Pero ito mo, nakikita mo yung change ng aura
Oo.
ng Navi
Serious
ngayon.
black.
Serious black. Serious face talaga. Hindi na magpapahuli ang Navi since this is their last game. At nakita natin na hindi na ganun kabilis yung pag-pick nila sa first pick ngayon. Dito kinuha along with
Hayabusa.
Matilda.
Hello yan, Hayabusa. Ay,
Okay, Bea.
Jungle Pakito to.
Jungle Pakito, meron silang Nibiru's Passion para mawala yung or at least hiwa-hiwalay yung construct, yung box ng TDK, yung structure nila. But this is a free Hayabusa para sa TDK kung pipiliin ni Siku guys ulit.
May Roger
Roger din.
Oh my goodness, may Roger Kagura, may Roger Ruby, may Roger Rocket. Joke lang, tao yun.
Si Roger.
Roger Rocker. Diba, may Roger
May Roger Aker.
Yan yung simple pero rock.
Oo. Yung mga tipong akala mo hindi mag-agresibo, biglang mag-agresibo. Dahil rin sa Estes.
Roger ba ang pipiliin?
5 seconds para sa pick face.
Ay, Brody!
Oh! Roger is inside the land of Dawn. TDK, hindi nila... Well, tingin ko rin naman na parang binigay na rin ng Navi dito eh. Kaso, ang problema, meron din silang Brody. Roger combo.
Oh my goodness. Ubeng-ubi talaga. Ito yung ginamit kanina ng Todak.
Nung game number 3.
Oo, Roger Estes. Mag-godlay nila nun.
Brody.
Brody ba yun? Ay, oo! Yung sabi namin Chico guys, magtulak ka lang dyan.
Oo.
Huwag mo akong pansinin.
Gusto mo lang nang i-push hanggang mabasag ang Torre. However,
Kaya sagot ng
Navi.
Sino
Ano
ba?
bang tingin ko okay din na... okay.
Ay, sakto lang.
Sakto lang.
Although anti-Estes to, itong Beatrix tsaka Lunox. Kasi yung burst damage yan, hindi basta-basta pwedeng underestimate ng Todak kahit may insane amount of heal na manggagaling kay Yums. Yung pa rin yung bibiglangin ka ng Ruby Didi, tapos ng Nibiru's Passion, yung Granada pa, di ba? So, yun din yung kailangan isipin ng Todak.
Kailangan nila ng setup dito eh. Hindi ka pwede mag-heavily rely sa Chaos Assaults and sa Ruby Didi play ng isang Lunox. Again, this is a heavy construct na TDK. What I mean is, kapag nahuli ka sa loob ng domain of the Moon God, mapapwersa ka agad na mag-Order of Brilliance. At kapag hindi ka na mag-Order of Brilliance, mahuli ka sa loob, makikita mo kaagad yung strength ng isang Roger. So, kailangan nila dito ng isa pang hero na magpo-provide ng debuff ng Necklace of Durance. Kasi hindi natin nakikita yung mga physical attack. Yung Sea Halberd, hindi masyado nakikita eh. Dominance Ice pwede, pero parang...
Ito, Kuya TDK.
First 3, nasa side ako ng TDK for the first 3.
Oo, lamang na lamang talaga sila kasi yan yung ginamit nila ng Game 3 na nagpabaliktad nitong serye na
Exactly.
Navi, tinatanggal na yung mga heroes ni Moon. Kasi nakuha na rin nila yung Lunox. This is gonna be a support Lunox, knowing na may Beatrix sila. Well, pwede rin kasi i-flex. Pero the important thing is, hindi na nila kailangan yung ibang heroes sa support role. So, tinatanggal na nila to para malimit yung hero pool ni Moon. Although wala na rin yung Amon against Navi. Pero again, lamang na lamang ang Navi dito dahil sila pa rin ang first pick sa second phase.
Oh my.
May Tigreal to.
No?
May Tigreal, kung gusto mo ng ang wombo combo.
Ng vacuum into
Oo,
Nibiru.
Ruby tapos Nibiru's Passion.
Oh, pwede. Well, okay. Medyo nasayangan ako I don't know if you agree. Since meron na rin mga kasing Estes dito yung TDK, medyo malabo na pumikpa sila ng Matilda.
Well, pwede rin kasi support Support Matilda. Yung parang may panghila sila palabas.
Parang balik tayo sa Nice One Baby Meta.
Oo, kasi ang mangyayari kasi dito, ang kinakatakutan ng Navi, yung Matilda Uranus or Matilda Thams ng Todak. Actually, ginamit na rin nila to. Ginamit na rin ng Cage Thrust to. Very well-known combo tong tatlong to. So, may tagahila palabas for Todak. So, this time around, nung tinanggal mo yung Matilda, at least full commit ang Todak.
Pati nakita natin na confident ang TDK na mas priority nila yung Lancelot kaysa sa Hayabusa ng Navi. I think they understand na okay lang kahit mag-Hayabusa sila, kaya natin i-absorb yung damage, pati dikit-dikit sila
Tagasok ng damage kasi.
Alaube strat tong ginagawa ng TDK. And for sure, itong Estes magtitanasit ito.
Oo, for sure.
To.
Ubi! Ay!
Lolita!
Lits! Oo nga pala. Against Estes, no?
Since mahilig mag-group up ang TDK, i-abuse yun ng Navi. And nakita rin natin yung mga long-range stun nila along with the flicker charge combination para sa Lolita. But ang tanong is, enough ba yung damage dito? Sino yung susuporta kay Defender? Kung sakaling si Defender yung magpapakito, ano yung magiging main core nila? Ano yung bibigyan nila kay Sunset Lover? Kasi ang mangyayari dito, mag-group up sila. I think Isun Shin is a good hero here para sa side ng Navi.
Sure na ako. Ay, kinuha! Sasabihin ko sana, sure na ako jungle package dito, pero kinuha yung Yuzong ng Todak. Oh my goodness.
Oh my G.
Kinuha pa.
First.
Isig lang. Kaya ang ganda ng ngiti ni Uncle Muno. Sabi niya, pipindot lang ako. Pipindutin ko lang skill ko.
1-2 combo na kahit nakapikit ka, makakapatay ka. Marinig ka lang, killing spree.
Nakita niya yung hero. Okay. One eye. Pindot. Patay.
Tapos ang laban. And Eudora, the Eudora phobia is already on sa side ng mga Malaysian team Todak. Ano nga ba magiging sagot dito ng Navi? Hindi nila afford na kumuha pa ng isang squishy hero.
Khalid kaya.
Pwede. Charge, tas biglang ultimate, no?
Khalid or Gatot Kacha. Yan lang yung mga nakikita ko kasi feeling ko jungle talaga itong Pakito. Or kung i-explain man nila yan, feeling ko Karina Karina jungle. Kaso gago ng Sunset Lover Ayun.
Uranus.
Okay lang. Actually okay lang. Ang worry ko kasi dito, hindi siya
parang
team fight
siguro mag-i-split sila. Ang gagawin siguro dito, parang kanina, parang Onyx style na kapag magkasama-sama na yung Todak, merong isang magkocontrol ng lane sa opposite side. Kaso ang tanong, enough ba yung damage dito ng Pakito ng Beatrix against the heavy counter ng Estes na pwede pa silang mag-counter engage kung sakali. But then again, that is the big question. Sino ang mag-a-advance sa ating next bracket at sino ang malalaglag at magpapaalam sa M3 World Championship? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the last game of our first series, Navi versus Todak, as we head into the land of dawn. Ladies and gentlemen, sino ang a-advance at a-abante? Ating tingnan dito sa last game. Almost the same pa rin. TDK just heavily relying on their power spike. Kung once nag-level 4 dito si Yam, talagang magdidikit-dikit ka agad yan.
Laban yan.
And Navi naman, tingin ko, also kailangan ng makakuha ng mga gold ng mga cores dito Makakuha sila ng enough items para makuha agad nila yung hinihintay nila ng momentum.
Alam mo ang problema dito, pwedeng maulit actually yung nangyari ng game number 3. Once na makakuha ng early momentum ang Todak, they can just steamroll over Navi. Pero ito, nag-keep pwede sa yung retribution from the Roger, pero napahamak siya sa Awo. And the Beatrix.
Ang katin yan pag si Moon nakakuha ng level 4 kaagad, pwede niyang i-burst yung mga si Beatrix. So Beatrix needs to keep an eye on his positioning as well since lagi magtataguyan sa mga brushes.
Or Maze making a move here. Making sure na hindi ganun kabilis yung farming speed Pakito dahil ginugulo nila yan. Pero to, Navi engaging with 4 heroes against Todak. Uy, nag-flicker sa Awo. Inabot niya si Moon!
Wala kaagad, na-control kaagad ang level 4 dito ni Moon. Currently at level 2 at nakikita mo kung gaano ka-aggressive at kung paano nila binibigyan ng importansya dito yung power spike dito ni Moon. Giving or providing 4 heroes kaagad sa middle lane and balik ka sa kanya-kanyang lane. However, Todak naghihintay lang din sila ng mga levels dito eh. At mapapansin natin si Zico guys, already level 3.
Malaban si Chico guys.
Pero may moonlight, may domain. Ang bagal, si Momo with a nice corrosive strike. Nahuli agad din na si Sawo at si Moon ang makakuha ng kanyang revenge kill. Counterplay talaga ang ginagawa ng Todak ngayon.
Talagang umuube ang Todak. And unfortunately for Navi, wala si Pakito doon. Pero nandito na Sunset Lover setting up for a kill on Yams. Pero tumawid si Chico guys. Nakita nila Yams. Sustain ba? Actually, nag-change target si Moon pa rin. Yung trip ni Navi hanggang ngayon ba naman si Moon pa rin. Chico guys, yung hinahabol ni Pakito. Touch mula sa Lycan Pawns pero hindi pa rin naging enough yun. Navi, they get the control over this third. Ang ganda na pinapakita ng momentum ng Navi. Again, they cannot play passively in this game. Isang kill lang o isang momentum lang na mag-swing towards the side of Todak. Mabilis mag-snowball to with Roger, Brody, and Estes.
Yup, at nakita nga natin itong combination ng Todak is slowly getting controlled ng Natus Vincere. At nakita natin kanina yung emblem dito ni Nagib eh. Yung slow na binabato ng marksman emblem is gamit na gamit at hindi yung reason kung bakit na-takedown nila kagad si Zico guys. And slowly nakakahanap ng tempo ngayon ng Natus Vincere. Sila ngayon ang gumagalaw sa mapa. Nakapansin natin na si Zico guys, medyo nagtatago rin siya so far since hindi niya afford talaga na mawala ka agad yung mga buff sa kanya before entering the fight.
And si Todak dito, waiting for their timings. As you said, it's easy. Behind sila ng 1,400 gold. Napakabilis ng competition ko doon. Pero napakabilis din na pagkuha ng Navi ng farm. And now they're getting all the resources that they can get knowing that they have a Pakito. Pero hindi naman ganun nagugulo si Chico guys. Kahit paano nakakahabol naman siya in terms of gold compared to the Pakito. Actually, lamang naman ng 700 gold. Pero that's to be expected knowing na yung start ng Navi ay napakaganda.
Yep, and the start is really slowly going into their favor. May nakulang pa ng 53 pesos. Kitang-kita natin, 53 pesos ang nagkulang.
Minto eh.
Ito naman yung bilis ng reaction talaga. At mukhang naiwanan pa eh. Sandali lang, may tao doon. Order of Brilliance will be play with the charge. Sumunod ka agad si Moon. Sawo, with the nice Luminum Blast. Kaya ba sustain ni Yams dito? Nito rin si Nagib. With the Rebellious Passion, hinihintay nila yung tamang opening dito. Medyo nagipit si Formace ngayon with the Black Dragon form. Trying to lock onto Lil. Wala siyang Order of Brilliance. Pero irespeto ba to ni Formace with a nice back out? Alam nila na magka-counterplay yung Natus Vincere. Defender moving forward here. Formace absorbing all the damage. He will be taken out by Natus Vincere. 2-4-0 exchange. And Natus Vincere, nakokontrol nila yung early game. Baka problema na sa Todak.
Wala silang laban doon sa Pakito. TTZ pero tinabahan na naman ni Momo. 1v1 yung Beatrix ni Nagib. Although lamang siya sa gold, Nagib took that 1v1 into heart. Pero magkakaturn dito ang Navi, Todak, and they actually contest. Yung Pakito, again, as we said, hindi pa nila kaya at this point. Hindi enough yung HP heal. Todak, mukhang hindi sila trade. Nasa kabilang side yung Roger as he gets the resources of the Pakito.
Ako, at mukhang Navi na naman na makakuha ng Turtle. And Momo slowly getting up that VOD now. So mas masakit lalo yung kanyang torn apart memory kapag nakahanap siya ng Chempo at yun din yung pumapatay sa mga members dito ng Natus Vincere. Enough mark lang, then enough HP, or rather kung makompute yun yung HP, at least quarter HP, makukuha agad. Napakasakit naman nun! Nagib! With the sniper rifle mo ang tinamahan sa balikat dito si Momo.
Kasi katak lang yun parang kung ulti yung kinasa niya.
Lalo pag naisabay niya pa, lalo yung kanyang ultimate. So yun ang hirap eh.
Sa abog ulo talaga. Ito na naman si Chico guys, nag-reset yung orange buff. Kalma ka lang.
Kalmalicious.
Na,
So guys, defending the orange or rather the purple buff ng kanilang own territory, but Natus Vincere removing the mid lane turret. Mas malakas na yung access nila, mas mataas na yung chance na maka-invade sila sa jungle ng Todak. And again, Natus Vincere just playing it smooth.
Dragon forced out of the Yuzong. Ensures that for the next 60 seconds, walang tipa na mangyayari against for Todak. Pero naghahabol pa sila dito, Chico guys, trying to find a kill here. Hindi nila maabot yung Beatrix, pero si Sawo yung mapagtitripan dito. Although may minion wave pa parating, it should be a free turret here for Todak.
Slowly, Todak going for the mirror moves here as Natus Vincere makakuha sila ng isa. Sunset Lover makakuha ng isa pang kill dito. Mukhang hindi natapos yung Luminum Blast na nakancel kaagad. But again, Order of Brilliance will be used as Natus Vincere able to secure another kill here. Or rather, Todak able to secure Sawo. But Zico guys controlling the momentum. Hindi nila binibitawan hindi sila nagwawalan ng puso kahit lamang dito ang Natos Vincere at may confident pa nga sila na kunin dito yung purple buff.
Pakito na backline.
Dito, mukhang nakakuha sila Sunset Lover, taking a lot of damage. Siku guys and Momo on a killing spree, pero hindi pa rin sa tapos dito. Natos Vincere still looking for a target. Siku guys sustain ng healing dito ni Yams at kahit si Defender, sinusubukan niyang i-defend yung base, yung kanyang mga teams, pero hindi nila maabot yung damage.
That sequence is a good trade here for Todak, forcing the bottom lane turret and actually forcing the pressure against Navi.
Ito naman ang isa pa.
Ito na yung momentum na sinasabi natin, Tads! Yung momentum, yung mistake ng Navi, hindi nila nire-relinquish yung pressure sa may bottom lane. Todak sila ngayon nag-dictate ng momentum and umangat pa! Tawo, and hindi enough yung Nibiru's passion to take out any heroes on the side of Todak and sa kanila pa ang turtle.
Naku po, Todak nakahanap ng magandang tempo. Again, with the help of 4 Mace using the Black Dragon form, na lockdown nila kagad si Sawo. And again, that's another takedown here for Todak. At mukhang si Roger pa makakuha dito. Mas mataas ang kanyang confidence with the shield from the turtle and yung additional attack na binibigay nito. But slowly, Todak controlling the game now. They're on the driver's seat.
Oh my.
200, almost 300 gold lead para sa Todak.
The first time in this game sila ang lamang sa gold lead and that was after nung pressure nila yung bottom lane tower, hindi nag-react ang Navi. Todak knew na hindi nila kaya yung Navi at that point and one mistake from Sunset Lover, akala niya kaya niyang patayin yung si Yams on the backline, naka-ready. Actually si Momo, pati na rin si Siku guys. Yams, hindi yung kanyang sarili.
Under rat. Lil, buhay pa, mukhang nanakpak. Nice flicker out, pero hinabol siya ni 4 Mace. Lil is down. Sawo with a nice counterplay. Luminum blast naman ang dalawa. Pero nasan yung pang follow-up dito ng Natos Vincere?
Wala na.
Muna sila, respecting the damage output of Todak and Moon. Getting the right target with the Thunder's Wrath. Nakahuli agad sila ng isa. Lil down for the count. Naka-mystery shot naman siya. Pero when it comes to levels, mukhang lalamang at lalamang dito ang Todak.
Ramdam na ng Navi. Medyo potso na ang kanilang damage output. Todak they're now forcing the issue here against Navi. Hinamit ang granada para maklear minion wave. Pero buhay pa yung kanyon. The vendor will try to defend tower. And Todak will have to back off TDZ again. Asa kanila na ang momentum. Look at this. The movement all over the map. Alam nila, lamang sila ngayon. Hindi nila papahingahin ang Navi.
Get busy. Yan ang sabi ng Todak sa Natos Vincere. Pagka-push dun sa may top lane, rumekta agad sa middle lane, just waiting for the next objective. 9 minutes in pa lang tayo mga kaibigan at mapapansin natin na yung dalawang teams natin nagkokontrolan. Parang siso lang. Pag nakaangat ng Todak, biglang magka-counterplay yung Navi and also the same sa Navi rin. So it's all about timing. Pansin ko dito midnight kung sino yung nakakapag-initiate, siya yun na.
Oh, look at this. Ayan na, sino nakapag-initiate. Siya nga mananalo. They take out the Estes for the 4 Mace with the Dragon 4. Naghanap siya ng target dito. But look at the trade here on the bottom lane. Roger pushing against the Beatrix in the middle lane. 4 Mace tayo din sa apat din sa Navi. But it looks like a setup. Nakahanda ang Todak dito. Hey, here they go. Todak will try to fight this. Nilabas na yung Bulwark. Pero lalaban pa rin. Naghahabol pa rin si Roger. Naiwan yung Beatrix sa may bottom lane. Pero walang mahanap ang Todak.
Walang mahanap ang Todak. Lahat ng ultimates dito ng Natos Vincere nagamit na. And they're really trying. Todak talaga, they're really trying to find an out-of-position hero. But unfortunately, kaya niyang i-sustain ang damage dito ni Defender at siya yung nagiging sponge. 4 Mace, nakita rin nila na, okay, wait lang, medyo napaago yung Black Dragon form ko, wag muna tayo mag-initiate. But this, Sawo, magiging target dito, up Bulwark. Pero Numinum Blast, hindi na naikasa. Hindi enough yung kanyang shield. Ito na, ang Todak umaatake. Hinahabol din si Defender. Mag-out muna since yung next call, dahil sabi ng Todak, wait lang guys, kalmahan lang natin. Buhay pa yung Lord. Mahanap muna sila.
Nababawasan ang HP ng Todak, pero there is the Estes to sustain. Sunset Lover in the position. Sino makakuha ng Lord? Will they get it? Hindi. Si Roger pa rin ang nakakuha. Hindi umabot. Actually, umabot naman yung retribution ni Sunset Lover, pero nauna pa rin si Roger and Navi. They're on the backseat right now. 3,000 gold lead on the side of Todak, and they have the Lord.
Naku po, saktong-sakto yung paglabas ng ating items. Look at the damage of Momo.
USG.
BOD, endless battle into BFB, and also 4 Mace naman. Again, sustain the damage, provide the debuff, HP regeneration, at napapansin natin na unti-unting nakokontrol ng Todak yung sustain, and also team fight ng Natos Vincere. I also want to look at the items of Seiko guys here. Windtalker, War Axe, Endless Battle, and I guess this will be another BOD.
BOD, no?
Oh, Seiko guys,
Ito na yung push ng Todak. Will they get this tower now? Huli! Si Sawo! Hindi nalabas yung Bulwark 2. More heroes on the side of Navi. Goes down. Naabot nila si Yams dito, pero the sustain is there from the Estes. Moon is going to find another target, pero wala silang makita rito. Todak, they take another tower. Navi, they push. They're pushed into a corner here. Tinamaan din.
Huli! Nakamuha na mapa yata. Sunset Lover, makatakas pa. Black Dragon forms in a game. It's a wipeout. That's a statement for Todak. Hindi pwedeng 2-0. Kami ang mananalo dito with a 2-point difference. Todak wins the series.
Oh my goodness, from being down by 2 games, they force game number 5 and they win it on the back of a very familiar lineup that they turned the series with, the SS, the Roger, and the Brody.
What a fight for Todak. Sinubukan kontrolin ng Navi. Pero nung nag-activate na agad, nung na-on na yung switch nila, it's go time. It's go time indeed with a 2-point difference. What a play. Puso. Nakita natin sa kanila na nagdadasal sila at mukhang sinagot ito ng higher being. 3-2. Ladies and gentlemen, Todak is still on the bracket and fortunately, GG well played and respect pa rin para sa Natus Vincere.
I cannot believe this. From 2-0 3-2.
Yun ang comeback, literal.
Yan ang reverse sweep.
Ng reverse sweep.
Yan ang puso ng Todak. M1 run, 4th place. Actually, hindi ko alam, naalala kung 3rd or 4th. Basta, M1 run, mataas ang kanilang placing. M2, disappointing, 5th to 6th place. And now, they're moving on to take another chance and another attempt at the M3 title. Oh my God, sa mga nanonood dyan, I'm pretty sure na marami nagiging fans ng Todak right now. And the Malaysian fans, Tanya, congratulations for Todak. They move on to the next round.
Wow, grabe. Talagang kilala mo yung mga supporters ng
Siyempre.
Mga
Kailangan prepared tayo.
prepared tayo dyan. Sigurado, matik yan kay Kuya Midnight. But then again, Midnight, nakita natin yung resilience ng team na to. And unfortunately, kahit sabihin natin yung Navi nakakuha ng magandang snowball, medyo na out of position sila, tuluyan ng tingin ko demoralized at some way na nakabawi dito yung Todak. But then again, ladies and gentlemen, ano nga ba ang nangyari kung bakit na-turn around dito ng Todak ang Navi fight na to? Ating ibigay muna sa ating analyst Renmar Santa Cruz kasama ng mga lounge.
Momo, the Malaysian Quitters King, thanks to the torn apart memories of Brody, near untouchable, but it just was not the Brody game. This was the Todak game. This was teamwork. This was everything that they learned in the previous game in this entire series. Nakita na natin ang full form ng Todak coming back into it. Now they were able to secure the first 2 turtles of the game at the back of the Paquito. The first blood nila, yung Eudora ni Moon, which, by the way, we'll talk more about later, because they knew that they had to target it. Eventually, though, Todak were able to make the right moves. Kung naalala niyo pa yung graph natin kanina. Napunta natin yung Eudora pick dito ni Moon. Of course, this is just a standard build. You get the Clock of Destiny, and then, of course, you get the Genius Wand. But this Eudora pick means that mas pressuring para sa Navi, and especially Sunset Lover, to really land the combo. Sawo as well, to be able to maybe reach the Eudora, or kung magagamit siya ng ultimate niya, be in a good enough position na hindi siya matatamaan ng bounce ng lightning ball niya if you get the marks from the Eudora spread out to your teammates, and that mastun niya siya. This pick changed the game, but it just wasn't the main reason why. Again, Todak just played it all very well together. They picked up the Yuzong. Momo 802 on the Brody. Chico, guys, we didn't feel him a lot in this game, but he just did what he needed to do, which was farm off, deal damage, more on the assist. Momo ay nakukuha ng mga kills, and of course, binalik nila yung S-Test pick. Sabi nila, gumana na sa atin to noong game number 3, kung saan tayo naka-force ng tournament life natin na buhay pa tayo, and they brought it back. They first pick it and they played it very, very well. The fact that they have the Eudora with them means that meron silang insurance policy ng pang-stun, ng pang-control. If ever maabutan naman sila, maabutan yung Estes doon sa backline. They also have the corrosive strike on the Brody to just provide a little bit of stun and reposition a bit backward. And of course, Formaze and the Yuzong can just go and push forward with the Black Dragon form. Hindi niya kailangan makukuha ng kill, hindi niya kailangan makukuha ng knock-up or anything. You just really need to push them back at may pakita si Navi, wait, hindi pa kayo lalapit sa amin. Damage dealt, of course, lamang doon ng Todak. Eventually won the game. Damage taken higher on the side of Navi. More towers pushed on the side of Todak. Kitang-kita mo sa kanila yung familiarity nila at yung comfort nila sa paggala pag meron silang Estes, how they roam the map so well. The Malaysian Quitis King, Momo 802, 858 GPM, and a kill participation of 77%. He opted to go for the brute force breastplate after picking up the endless battle, helping him with a little bit more sustained life steal. Of course, he gets the cooldown reduction as well, and of course, the very, very sweet enhanced basic attack pagkatapos niya gumamit ng skill. It's not that massive, but it was a big help. And the fact that he also picked up a tough boots with the certain control abilities and magic damage output na meron ng Navi, this was a great pickup as well for the Brody. And one of the reasons kung bakit nahirapan talaga ang Navi na huliin ang Brody na to. And the formation that they have around it, the pieces that they have around this Brody just made it work. But this just wasn't all for the Brody. Inomplement talaga nila ang isa't isa with their play. Yums was only picked off like once or twice. Kung di ako nagkakamali, he positioned really well. He was picked off once with just, medyo nagtagal siya doon sa jungle. The highlights are playing, so let me take it back to the lounge. Kita.
The last hope of Malaysia, the international lason. Pinakita sa atin kung bakit nga ba sila ang pinakalason sa bracket na to. Reverse sweep against Navi na kinuha ang Game 1 and 2. But let's talk about Navi first. Nanalo na sila ng first 2 games. Isang panalo na lang sana. Sila na sana ang mag-move on sa lower bracket. How heartbreaking is this for Navi and the CIS region?
Mga ganitong opportunity, maisip mo, what if nice lang natin yung Game 3 draft? What if hindi tayong triple marksman? What if we just played what we were good at and we did it well? Again, all of that's gonna be in hindsight. Definitely sobrang deserving ng Todak dito. The reverse sweep, that takes so much effort. And sila talaga yung the team that adapts the best, apparently, on the draft. Man, the Game 1 to Game 5 draft, ang laki ng mga pagkakaiba nila.
The Malaysian adjustment is real. Grabe ang ginagawa ng Todak. Talagang on the fly sila mag-adjust. No?
Amazing.
And super amazing gameplay for Moon on this last game. We always talk about how Moon has to step up. Kumbaga, kailangan talagang galingan ni Moon. Anong ginawa ni Moon on that Eudora? And how did he contribute into ending that game?
Pili ko kay Moon, noong time na yun, nandun na lang siya sa moment na gusto ko manalo para sa team ko. Kasi yung kinulang sa kanya ng huli. Parang nga sinasabi natin, Moon has to step up. But on that game number 5, naglaro lang siya kung paano niya gustong i-represent yung kanilang team. Naglaro lang siya kung paano niya gustong manalo yung team with a statement. Imagine Eudora, pero ikaw yung isa sa pinakamasakit or pinaka-pampasakit ng ulo ng kalaban nyo na team. And it's just him stepping up his game.
At tignan natin, may interview na magaganap. Mga makikita natin, tropa nating si Mara. Mara, ikaw na muna.
Firstly, Alhamdulillah, kita orang diberi kesempatan untuk sambung lagi and agak nervous lah sebab dah kalah 2-0 kan. So, Alhamdulillah kita orang boleh comeback lagi.
First of all, he said, thank to God, thank to Allah, because that was a very, very tough match. Because after losing 2-0 from side of Toda, everyone was super nervous. They weren't really sure what they had to do, but they just came back, they just reset. And then again, all thanks to Allah that they managed to pull it out and managed to get a reverse sweep.
Who was the most nervous out of everybody? Did anybody almost faint backstage?
Paling nervous Formace lah sebab dia kalau dah kalah macam laning atau kalah first round or second round dia akan nervous sikit. Dia susah nak main sikit.
Dia sampai pening kepala ke tak ada?
Tak tahu dia.
Okay. So what he said was, out of all of the players from the side of Toda, Formace was the one that was the most nervous.
Pero parang hindi naman halata, no? Because Formace played, I mean, kabado pa siya noon. Paano naman kaya kung hindi? And honestly, for a team na lason natin sinasabi, they're really
So the way
playing
that
na parang
Formace did it
sanay
was
sila
with
under pressure.
acrobatics, making sure that the blood from the feet go to the head, and that's how he got back into the game.
Is that real?
Yes, that is real. That is 100% what Chiku said.
Oh my goodness. Okay, let's talk about the last game. Did you feel like they were targeting Moon because they banned Eve, Farsa, Kagura? What did you think about that?
Bagi saya dia silap orang nak ban tu sebab kita pun tahu Moon the best match dekat Malaysia and dia boleh main
Grabe,
match
no? Idol
sama-sama
siguro
team.
nito
So
si
bagi
Edward.
saya dia buang ban je lah tu.
Nakatago din yung isang mata eh.
So basically what Chiku
Parang
said, yes,
pinagdahan
they
din ni
targeted
Chiku.
Moon, but that was the wrong move because Moon is the king of mage in Malaysia and he can play a plethora of heroes, not even mages, he can play the tanks, he can play the fighters. So they probably targeted the wrong person. It was a good attempt, but again, Moon is that sick.
Why did you pick Eudora? There was a Lolita. A lot of people panicked when they saw Eudora.
Kita orang pick Lolita sebab nak combo dengan Roger tu sendiri je sebab Roger bila Eudora low kan Roger boleh end the kill lah untuk kill lah.
Slow betul kau cakap eh. Anyways, the reason why they took the Eudora because they really want to combo it with the Roger because the burst coming in from both Roger as well as Eudora can really lead to a snowball. So what they really wanted to do was control the early game and then making sure it becomes a situation where Navi can come back.
Now let's talk about the next round. Potentially, you could be
Sino yung
facing
mananalo sa
BTK, a
Evo's
new
SG
opponent,
versus BTK,
or
yun yung
Evo's
makakalaban
SG,
nila.
familiar opponent. Which would you prefer, judging from their performance so far here at the playoffs?
Bagi saya tak kisah siapa-siapa sebab kita orang prepare je dengan mana-mana team yang kita orang akan lawan. So insyaAllah kita orang boleh lawan siapa-siapa je. Even SG or BTK, kita orang tak kisah.
For them, they really don't mind who they're going to face up against because for them, mentally, if they try to target one team, is actually very not good for them personally. So they're just going to prepare with their own gameplay. And if God wills, they will do their best and hopefully they will win that one too.
Now let's talk about the bandage that you have here. I notice every single game you have something on. Do you get a headache every time you play?
Bila kita dah kalah early game or mid game, so saya masih boleh berfikir lah sebab yang the lead in Todak punya in-game game ialah saya. So bila saya tak bersuara agak susah sikit untuk main. So bila saya pakai ni saya kurang sikit pening lah.
Yeah, so this is more of a preventive kind of measure because for Toda, they really like the momentum kind of play. So whenever they're falling from behind, then yes, they will start getting headaches, especially Chico. He feels like the pressure is very heavy on him.
Wow.
If he fails, then it's not going to be good for the team. So just a precaution.
I guess.
Put this on in case if it does get a headache, he doesn't notice it immediately and can focus entirely on the game.
Now let's ask all the Malaysian fans to keep supporting you on the next round and message to them.
Firstly, Alhamdulillah kita orang masih teruskan perjuangan kita orang dekat sini ini. So untuk supporter-supporter dekat Malaysia, jangan lupa keep support kita orang. Macam saya cakap semalam, even kalah first round or second round, kita orang masih tak kalah lagi sebab masih ada kesempatan untuk bermain. And itulah, terima kasih.
Yeah, so basically he said, first of all, we got to give the biggest thanks to Allah for actually allowing them to have this victory. And thank you for all of the Malaysian fans that still keep on supporting them. And whenever Toda is playing, even if they're losing the first two games, please don't lose hope because as long as there's a chance to play, they will keep on playing and they will try their best to win.
Great job, Chico. Congratulations.
Pagka-speaker ng pagka-speaker, binaw.
Congratulations to Malaysia.
I feel
Keep
for
supporting
Leo and
Toda.
Wolf yesterday,
Now, don't go
especially
anywhere.
Mara,
We have
want to
one
do the
more
interviews in a
series coming
neutral
up.
tone.
BTK
Imagine,
versus Eagles
3-0
SG.
ng Onyx
We'll be right
Philippines
back.
ang
And
RQ
World
kahapon.
Championship is
And
powered by
nag-interview
Moton,
siya and she was
presented
like
by the
neutral.
Singapore Tourism
Parang
Board
sa loob niya
and
siguro
TikTok
sumasabog
Live.
na
Go
si
anywhere.
Mara.
Yeah, exactly.
Nakakatawa magkasama ngayon si Chico tsaka si Lafel sa isang interview.
Yeah. And yung kumbaga yung mga casters natin, yung mga nationalities nila, of course, nag-ano na rin sila, no? Nagiging translator na rin sila. But we're entering now EVOS versus BTK. Before we head on to that one, gaano kayo ka-excited doon? Mabilisan lang.
Ay, BTK. Sipain na yun.
Oy.
Sa scouting report, titignan ko talaga to with an analytical mindset para maintindihan ko talaga. Kahit wala akong masasabi sa mga teams na, uy guys, gawin nyo to kasi wala naman ako dun eh. Pero ano to, scouting report to para sa atin kasi kung sino man nanalo dito ang makakalaban ng Onyx PH sa upper bracket finals.
Mainit ang mata ng bawat Pilipino sa BTK. Once again, M3 is brought to you by Smart, the official tournament telco partner of the Philippine broadcast of M3. Level up your gaming and experience power you never thought possible, only with Smart 5G. Switch now. Get everything you need in all in one app. Buy a load, get exclusive promos, and redeem rewards with the GigaLife app. Download and register today. Play all day with the hashtag #TheSmartPerformer from Oppo, a device packed with 33 watts flash charge and 5,000 milliampere long-lasting battery with an 8GB and plus 5GB RAM and AMOLED display. Enjoy non-stop gaming with a new Oppo A95. Nandito na tayo sa next series and final series of the day. It's EVOS versus BTK sa ating next match. Magbabalik ang M3 World Championships.
beses mo na sinabi ito sa sarili mo. Bingi sa pagdududa ng marami. Sabi nila, wala kang mapapala dyan. Laro lang yan. Ano yung sagot? Tinawid mo anumang ilog. Inakyat mo anumang bundok. Hanggang pati ang langit ay nais mong liparin. Para lamang mapatid sinabi mo pa rin sa sarili mo, kaya ko to. Hanggang kailan? Hanggang kailan ko kayang mag-isa? Hindi kailanman. Dahil ang dalawa ay mas malakas sa isa at ang tatlong lubid ay hindi mapipigtal basta-basta. 4, 5, kaakibat, karamay, kakampi. Walang bigat ang hindi kayang pasanin. Walang balakid ang hindi kayang lampasan. Walang taas ang hindi kayang akyatin.